beats on screws. Hunting off for the two. Acting man and move. Overcome we can't lose. The beats on screws. Hunting off for the two. Acting man and move. Overcome we can't lose. Aye, I'm on a team left for the genre. Bending, he can't be sharp. Yesterday we done Leeds. It was my first time in Leeds ever. I've never been in Leeds in my life. I know about Mark Viduka and them, man. Anyway, I'm in Notts. This is my first time in Notts now. My first time in Notts. Look at all the Notts MCs, look at all the Notts rappers, look at all the Notts artists. You see Jardig and them, man. We're performing in Notts today. I'm performing, myself, namesbliss. We're in Station 20 right now. It's gonna be a lively scenario. Yes.
So that's good though. We're announcing not sold out at 5:30.
Okay, cool.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Which would technically mean Leeds, Notts and Birmingham are sold out.
Yeah. Which
is 3 out of the 6. So that's the not set list.
So we'll chat to them first of all coming out.
Yeah, no chat to them.
But are you doing Complete the Mission?
Yes.
You are doing Complete the Mission?
Yeah, I'll have to go through that with Si.
And a nice segue is to say, Simon's someone I'm actually a fan of. You need to understand. I was sending a video when I first heard his videos. I said, you know what, yeah, I like UK rap, but you know what I like even more? I like when someone pioneers and pushes the sound a bit, you know what I mean? So, I heard With Me Out, I heard Vibe Dispersion, I said, I need a tune with this guy. Right? Alright. So, alright, make some noise for Simon. Let's get this. Yeah.
I just want to let you guys know, I would have a lively hat on, but it won't fit on there. You know what I
mean? We're making some special, new ones. Yeah. Listen. Right. When I say live, you say lead, live. When I say live, you say lead, live. When I say live, you say lead, live. Yeah. Listen, I told bro keep jugging when no one's looking and you'll get a look in. Causing a sperm and cooking, now I'm in a new chapter, bare bookings. The punchlines keep on cooking, 07960 MP, happy Easter team. Ask them how grand my drive, more time is a beat for speed. Doing up Pez and the beat for street. Now we're doing up 5-star skills on beats. Rainbow flicks for the bars, overhead tops, I move the speed. Thinking about life, I was in East when I used to be at BCT. You can have a dream that means you can't see. Destiny that you need to achieve, man.
I've been acquiring targets and it's a requisite that I hit those. Stop, drop, concentrating out window. Cause time don't wait and I said case, lose the shot and you'll miss slow. Like, how many times did I talk too long and then regret what I did show? I told bro, go shoot your shot, just execute that precisely. Told me it's lively and I understood that with clarity. Like I was doing Project 6 with Screws and him, Nick Zoo up randomly. But to take it back to the game, you won't get hits if it ain't got aim. Cause it's not just ambition, more time I gotta stop and listen.
The brother that goes with Chiefs has limited time, so all we know is grinding. And finally, you still got to pull strings in difficult times. Other guys want to try to play the violin, get it out of others. The definition of striving. Still fighting spiritual war back, bro. I'm not a war with soul. Lord's the king of control. We never bend or fold. Been out of time yet, breaking the mold. Pioneer with wisdom. You know when you have a mission, you know when you have a vision, you make the people listen. Playtime's over, so there's no time for game that's been over for years and years. How only 180's ever done? That's a constant tussle of facing. Then then new mix. Been here, man, I've been here. Things appear shaped this week now, shining down bright in pair. Food comes after despair. More time outside about my brat with the new rhythm.
Yeah.
So I think that can work.
I grew up on Grime. You know, Grime is a culture. It's beyond the BPM. Obviously, it's a culture, but if you want to be like a music purist, if you want to attack it from a music purist angle and not a culture angle, then you would say it's typically around 140. It has a lot, you know, you can have minimal or bass led and melodic led, and originally was the old FL Studio sounds, like the stock sounds and that electronic sort of, that is dance music, but it's also rap adjacent and it's from sound system culture. Like you can go and you can talk about like that, yeah. So I grew up on that. But in terms of my music, like I think the reason why people find it difficult to place it, people call it Grime, and I understand why they call it that, and I love Grime. But is it like, so a lot of my storytelling songs, the ones that, you know, I really put my heart and soul into, or even a song like Iniesta Flow, that's my biggest song at the moment, right? Like, there's some pockets on my flows and the way that the cadence and the way I deliver on it, that's grime. That you could tell that I grew up on grime, but it's a trap beat. Like Iniesta Flow is a trap beat, let's be honest, it's like a chill trap beat. If we keep it like, if we want to be like purist about it, it's a chill trap beat, that's what it is. And I think what makes people put it in the grime thing is more so the energy that I, you know, the energy that I move with on the song. But then there's a hybrid. Understand? It's a hybrid. If we're keeping it 100, it's a hybrid. And I'm happy to be in that hybrid thing, like that, because that's me. The same me that writes stories. The same me that writes stories that I told him, or ADHD and talks about that. The same me that grew up on Nas and grew up on hip hop. The same me that likes jazz and grew up on jazz and da-da-da-da is the same me that grew up on Wiley, grew up listening to Stormy Weather, grew up on Old School Skepta, grew up on listening to sets. So really my music is just a embodiment of that. It's all those things together. And that's fine. And if people, I feel like there's a group of people that understand it. And for those people that support me, come to my shows. Like today we're not, the people come to my show, people that understand that, that connect with that and get that. But someone who's a purist who wants it to be either this or either that, they might not get it, and that's fine.
Me looking at that now, that doesn't even look like, that looks like, wait, if I do, wait, how many songs we got? 1, 2, 16. On average is 3. It's about 50 minutes a set.
Yeah.
And if you include talking and wheel ups.
And wheel ups, yeah.
Talking and wheel ups, yeah, that's 1 in 5.
It should be grand.
I got to even talk more. How many 180s have I done? That's a constant hustle we're facing. Been here, man, I've been here. Things appear shape this week now, shedding down bright and clear. Who comes after this bit? More time outside, about my bright lights.
I'll let you get to like that.
Yeah.
Because like the crowd, the reaction will pick up.
Will pick up from that. The beat switch and in that pocket. So it's 55 seconds.
55.
Perfect. That makes sense. So yeah, what's going on?
I didn't come up with it, but you know what? There was already a sound called Neo Grime, which is more like it's a different style of grime. I think there were a lot of Japanese producers who were doing Neo Grime, and there's already a sound of Neo Grime that exists that isn't anything to do with what people called what I made. But I did a video that went viral, got about 1 million views on Instagram, and then someone commented Neo Grime, and it got bare likes, and I thought, that's an interesting name, that's a cool name. So I flipped it and then used it on another video, and then that went viral again. So there's an element of like, it's marketing. But is it really Neo Grime? No. But is there a explanation as to why that person called it Neo Grime? Yes, because what they're saying is grime is a new form of grime, a new branch of grime, a new lane of grime. That's what they mean by neo, right? So I understand the Neo Grime term does make sense, but it already existed about another sound before it was tagged onto like the game-like, futuristic, jazzy, groovy beats that I would rap on, which isn't mellow grime either. It's not mellow grime, because Iniesta Flow isn't mellow grime. I got a song called Last Week that's not mellow grime. It's something else. You know what I mean? It's a whole different world of sound. But everyone says that they've made a genre in it. If you like my music, you like my music.
I'm actually I'm allergic to cameras. I found out the other day that I'm allergic to cameras. Something about lenses, man. Yeah, lenses just give me the zoomies.
And you're the way some fun coming.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of it.
I didn't know I was gonna say that before I said it. I just came out too fit. What are the zoomies? What are those?
It's like a dog when a dog was really
Oh, is it?
excited, yeah.
Yeah, so lenses give me the zoomies.
Man, what's going on? I need one of them lively cats, man. What's going on, man?
The light is good here.
Sort me out, my eye.
I think we just a wild Jaffro just appeared.
Bow.
Gee.
What I have can't be taught. I'm sorry. Sold out tonight. Be there. In fact, peak if you can't be there. Don't blame me though.
Lively. Yeah, that's perfect. The stage is up, like you're elevated. It's the next thing, you know. So yeah, it's different. It feels smaller than yesterday, but there's more people. Yeah, it's gonna be rammed and it's gonna feel rammed. It's gonna feel rammed.
I say it's time, it's time. They can't take what's mine, it's time. I got the game in the head, look, it's time. Cut off the lane, so I say there are a lot of goals to achieve, but it's limited time. So all we know is grinding, I'm finding. You still gotta pull strings in difficult times. Other guys will just try to play the violin. Get it out of money's the definition of striving. I'm still fighting spiritual wars, my bro. I'm not a war with souls, the Lord is in control. We will never bend or fold, I've been out for time, yet I'm breaking the mold. Pioneer with wisdom. You know when you have a mission, you know when you have a vision, you make the people listen. Playtime's over, so this sick. Wagwan, yes, anyway, I've heard good things about you. You've done photos anyway. You actually, wait, no, this is big, wait. You don't understand the irony of this. Keep that playing, but let's put the volume low. You know why? Do you know why this is mad? Keep that song playing. Yeah, you know what's so mad? What's your name? Dan. Huh? Dan, aye, bro. You know Ego lyrics that's playing right now? You know the artwork? Dan is the one that took the photo of that artwork. So he done the Ego lyrics artwork. That sick photo in Birmingham. Aye, my guy, love man. Aye, come on. Big up, pleasure to have you here, man. Yeah, come on. Proper. Right, let's shout one again. That's so sick. Yeah. Wivey.
Yo, I'm actually in a green room and it's green.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Different.
Name's Bliss. It's sold out. We're at the bodega. It's myself, Jafro. Shout out everybody inside. We're here in the green room. Come on, man. Just cool it.
He looks like he goes to the gym. I think maybe.
So you see what it is, yeah?
Maybe.
What you want to do is you want to tuck your thumb to create more of a peak. Yeah, obviously. You gotta get me. You know what I mean? Obviously. Oh, what's that? It's Jafro.
Jafro, man.
Come on, man. We're
You know what it
here,
is,
man.
yeah? Whenever I do shows, it has to be the best. We have to have the best.
Alright, okay.
So we got the level of lyricism.
Okay.
It's crazy levels. You see storytelling, you need to understand, I've sent Jafro different stories that I've done because I like even getting feedback from people that, as a storyteller, are you doing the
Yeah, we're doing a warm up today.
Lively. There we go.
You know what I mean? We're doing a warm up today. Yeah, that one. I'm not very certified.
Too much damage, must have caught that Jafro backhand. Next one might find you flying through time. You'll be eating apples with Eve and Adam. It wasn't always like this. Like shine through a child like Iris once. I'm talking before I got lenses. When I was a kid, I was the nicest. I knew we might not be rich, but I had no clue we were barely surviving. I was too busy reading and writing, wondering how high the sky is. But age 5-ish, I'm in Sunday school with a Bible, learning about David and Goliath. This was at Brockley Baptist Church, so if demons came, I would know how to fight. I went to Monson Primary School, but I left prior to when it burned in the fire. I had a best friend called Miles. I wonder if he's even alive, cause I know how life is. Trying to blow not quite like ISIS, but I was always too black for the white youths, or a bit too white for the black kids where I lived up north where I couldn't fit in anywhere as much as I tried it. But when I think back, I'm smiling, just simply because I survived it. Alrighty, now I'm a big mouth nuisance.
Done the SBTV warm up, and Bliss has shouted, man, for a feature on Style and Grace. Yeah, man emailed me, bro. And I was like, you know what? No one has hit me up with this much professionalism like that. So I was like, bruv, yeah, I'm defo doing that. So man was literally, yeah, bro, and we must have linked up.
Yeah.
When I was writing my verse, I remember it was on the way to you. I wrote my verse, and I had to write it to the tune on Spotify because the beat wasn't playing. Do you remember? So I literally had you and Manga shelling.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like trying to write whilst ignoring that, but only trying to zone into the beat. Bro, it was so difficult. And navigate the underground as well. Yeah, long.
That's 2019. That's history.
Big man thing.
That's 7 years ago.
That was a crazy year, bro.
6 years ago.
6 years ago, yeah.
It's crazy. But I don't know, man. I just like good things, man. I think I just like levels. So even when I did Roots Standing, I thought, this needs to be the best. And I thought, who are my favourite MCs now?
Right.
Because if you look at it, yeah, obviously, man grew up on President T. So for me, getting President T was a long shot, innit?
Yeah.
But then ones I thought, if I want to do a remix to this tune Standing, I have to have the Galacticos on this one.
Yeah,
so man said Melvillous. Man said Jafro.
Wait.
Man said President.
Before we move on to anything, Melvillous. Can we talk about Melvillous, please?
Chat about him.
Can we talk about Melvillous, please?
I want to know what you have to say about him.
I don't. you know, I don't know if man watched the SE Dons, yeah? You know when Big Donny Jones, and he goes, some things don't need commentary, and then someone goes on Schools of Worldy.
Yeah.
That's Melvillous. Man of God.
Man of God.
Serious sheller. Wordsmith. And just genuine old time Melvillous.
Well, he's wise.
Bro, this is what I mean, bro. This is what I mean. Melvillous, yeah.
You started the verse with melodies.
Yeah.
You started with melodies, then you went into the
wave.
Let's explain to man looking at me with the eyes full of hate.
Line of a face, just go line of the face, so I don't need it, line of my waist. Man, I just touch the mic on the stage, touchdown, shut down, man, I drop fire of flames. And you can tell by this smile on my face, I got a style and a grace.
Spit as alive,
Spit as alive, I sound sick on the mic, I got this in this China, bust back flips, cool that wonderful gymnastics. Yo! Nah, listen. I don't want to spit too much on the verse. You need to go back and listen to the tune. Go back and listen to the tune.
He's about 2 in there now. If there's a problem, give me a doubt. What? Can't be a tradesman without the tools. Big in the workplace, big in the schools. You're not big, you fool. Acting shaky, making calls. Without the street. Tell your members without the street. Them when I'm talking, but they won't compete. Claims to be hard, but it ain't concrete. Right. You see that verse? When I remember I was at work. I was at work when I got the verse back.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I've got a verse from President T.
I'm still trying to work out his flow. Years later, I'm still trying to work out the President T flow. I can't work it out. It's so greasy, bro.
Yeah, it's so cold.
It's so like
it's got swing.
It's got swing. It's like it's just free. Like it's just free.
It's got swing.
But it fits in the beat.
I said, wow.
Yeah.
And then he'll be like, and I said, I was the guy back then. Nobody knew, but they did know back then. I'm like, tell me what's the
like what made you like? The thing is, it's like
cold.
I can hear stuff back.
Lively, straight in. I'm a torch in the dark, this doing up righteous witness. Really took those entrepreneurs. Alright, listen, there's a lively occasion right now. Alright, look, to make some noise for yourselves one time. Proper. Yes. Straight in with stand-up business. And it's lively. Cool. Yeah. I'm a torch in the darkness, doing up righteous witness. Really took those entrepreneurial steps when I walk, man, I stand on business. Look at the future, I've already hit this. Written already, so I run with the swiftness. I had a man of God speak my destiny. You can see, and the Lord is my witness. Gift of prophecy, seen in the scriptures. Back then, Wembley, I was on my own. Trying to find a rhythm and a zone. 0796 can't catch me on the phone. And he reached my element, bro. Right bars on the night. She hold tight styling, I'm off the P's like element. Oh, too fresh new man is sent to the post. Parts of the style of a stable soul, like yo. Don't get scrapped when the black car goes. Man, I've been grinding, man, I've been ghost. Man, I've been ghosts are the ones that don't know that you give the most to achieve them goals.
The major labels is a different thing. Yeah. They have whole teams, and the aim of the team is how can we make
all
this
day,
brand
every day.
How can we make this brand more profitable?
Yeah.
Whereas like when you're an independent artist and you're just sick by yourself, we don't have someone outside of us packaging us. We're the equivalent of like a really good cake. But we don't live in a shop and we don't have great packaging. But if you did have the cake, we think it's amazing. I've packaged myself like 10%. And I've seen fruit from just, I'm not better than I was. Like, it's like I had more technical.
Wow, talk on that actually.
No, this is important. It's like, I had stories. I was working as a youth worker in 2018. I did a story called 7 Sisters about a youth that got shot. And it was a whole story. And the people that heard that said, this is mind blowing, this is sick. And I thought, okay, if I'm already at this level, I need to figure out a way to package it in a way where more people see it and put it in a place where more people see it. Right. So I didn't focus on, obviously I wanted to get better as an artist. So I got better as an artist to a level, but it was more so about how can I package it in a way where I make it easier, I take down the barriers so people can consume it in an easier way. Because people are going through too much in life to care about art as much as artists. Like people, like fans, forget rappers, innit? My thing is that if I want people to support my music who aren't artists, I need to give value to them in a way that's so undeniable that their response is okay. And me being a good rapper is part of that. All the other stuff is also part of that. So by the time it gets in front of them, they're like, yo. And that's the challenge. That's probably the hardest thing to do, but that yields the most result is what I'm finding. Is that thing of like, how can I build a world that actually you can be having a bad day and it just, oh yeah. And it just picks you up.
That's always the aim, my guy. Probably aim to the sky, but life is gritty. The stakes are high in the city. Was a young youth, shoot up kill back then when they were lit shots like Liffy. Family moved us out on the ends to events way before TikTok trends. I worked on my craft for hours on end. I knew you would pay me back like a friend, because time is the most expensive thing, regardless of where you spend. And peace inside of the storm is strength. Gotta know when to big up yourself like bench when being humble to the end. Lively, yeah. You gotta know when to big up yourself like bench while being humble to the end. Lively, yeah. You gotta know when to big up yourself like bench while being humble to the end. Lively. I like that one. Yeah. Serious ones. I'm gonna talk about that one a bit too, fair. So yeah, I think what I would say is even the end of that song, I'm like, you gotta know when to big up yourself like bench while being humble to the end, right? And I say that line when I'm like, your ego belongs on stage. Don't live your life on purpose. There are all times when we will shine. There are all times in our lives where we will be celebrated and we'll congratulate. And if we don't have them, we should have them when we are celebrated and when we shine and when people give us attention. However, it's very important, and I understand this as an artist. One thing that I'm really learning is that if you are in that moment, be in that moment. But don't take that moment off stage. Or don't take that moment off when you're shining. It's important that we live a life that serves one another. You understand that we give values for one another. You understand? And you can never get too lost in the source or never too, do you know what I mean? And it's beautiful. Even with making music, one of the biggest things that I'm learning is about service. It's about serving. Like, I'm here thinking, I need to make sure that, yes, I enjoy this on stage, but this needs to be sick for you guys. You know what I mean? I can't come here all slurring my words and that. That's a matic. That's hashtag not lively. You understand? You understand? So it's them ones where, yeah, I believe every word that I say. And yeah, I just think it's important. And last thing as well, yeah, the last lyric when I'm like, you gotta know when to big up yourself like bench while being humble to the end. And what I'm saying is, it's important that we big ourselves up. It's important that we know that we are valuable, that we are great at the things that we do, and that we are worthy and we are worth it. But at the same time, you want to combine that with a humility. You understand? So you're not just the guy. You're the one, but you also gotta know when you can serve. And you understand? So it's about being dynamic. You understand? Everyone say lively. Man's talking now, man's doing a TED talk. If anyone here works at TED talk, that's a bit 2016 though, isn't it? No one really does it. That's mad. That's mad. Cut that out. I want one.
I feel like UK rap right now is in the best place it's ever been.
Oh wow.
Like the new sound and everyone coming up. Like
when you think of it in terms of like UK rap and like the sort of hip hop adjacent, that whole thing is mad healthy now.
100%.
Even like with Laos dropping, and then you look at, you know, people like Nick's Northwest, he's just been chugging along consistently. Man like Hilt's doing his thing, Nux his new album,
Kilo
like, our side of Frank's Harvey Gunn.
They've been doing
like our side of it as well, like J2U, Rico, Bright. There's so much like pockets going on. So it's like there's some sort of resurgence, and I feel like it's like homogenized with grime. Like,
yes.
Like, so you've got people like Posy, like who I see as a rapper, but he's an MC, but he's a rapper, but he's also an MC. Do you know what I mean? There's that element where there's a lot of Paul Stefan.
But Paul, as an MC, the guy's flows, man. Like me, I'm like a nerd when it comes to flows, wordplay, everything. Like analyze that shit. Paul,
his cadence as well. Just that the conviction.
100%.
Conviction in his verse is a serious one.
The new Lively T. And it's doing the business. So we're going to get into this next one. This one's called Premium Wear, produced by Bex Blue. And you know what? Wait, what happened? So I don't know if anyone knows DJ Mag, but DJ Mag nominated for Best Rap Song of the Year. So big up DJ Mag. I found that out yesterday. So if anyone has time on their hands, you can go in my bio and you can vote for it, and it may win. So there we go. So big up Bex Blue as well. He's not here, but big up Bex Blue. Links on to Bex Blue. This livelihood is freely aware for the last couple of months. I lost with that stake. I make songs well done, not medium rare. Sold out, so the merch stays medium rare. I do things different caliber. Is it merch or elite streetwear? The answer is yes. Supervisor, I've got to pay bills. I've learned that mindset is a skill. 90% discipline and 10% thrill. You can miss greatness, but a skin in your teeth can't be weak in survival, just like big grills. Challenging times on a smile on my face. I make movements, even in the worst case, still move. Like Shakespeare, that's paper and quill. With an iPhone notes, I make kiss you for real. Deciphering the glamorous move.
I've listened to it, but like we sat in the studio, we watched the video, we listened to it, and I swear, bro, the whole time, bro, no, not the spit game. No, I told him the story that Bliss did about like the youth work.
Oh,
remember, bro, that goosebumps the whole time, because I was a youth worker as well.
So you understand, yeah.
So I get it, like, you know, dealing with kids that are just going through a madness.
Yeah.
And it felt like
the youth that I wrote that about might be here today. Because he goes to uni, not to
Swear.
That's absolutely crazy, yeah.
Bro, are you doing that tonight?
Crazy. Yeah. He might be here today.
You know, for me, like music, like, I love vibey tunes, I love getting lit, whatever, but for me, like music, when it makes me, you know, when I get goosebumps and afterwards I'm contemplating shit. Yeah. That's how that tune made me feel.
Yeah, that's what I wanted, that's the goal. That was the goal of that song. That was the goal of it, man.
This song's called I Told Him, and I worked in Hackney for 5 years. Essentially what happened was, I was working in a music college, creative college, and unfortunately, one of the young people that I was working with was stabbed. And yeah, it was a peak scenario. I would enroll a lot of like creative musicians and different people that would join the college. And there were several scenarios and instances that happened like that. And it really changed my mind because I was already rapping before I started working in that music college. But we all know that life experience can mark us and change us and shift our perspective on things. And before then, I was still a bit like conscious with it, but I was a bit more careless in terms of like, not lyrics, but in terms of my outlook on certain things. But working with young creatives, seeing the pressures that they experience, seeing the trauma, seeing the dangers, having people that I've enrolled who are, aspirational and motivated, but get mixed up in the wrong things or make mistakes, just young mistakes. And then what happens is the whole life can be affected by those mistakes. You understand? Because of where it was and what was going on around then. So I did that for 5 years and it changed the way I saw things. And there were several of my young people that got involved in madnesses and serious situations. So when I wrote this one, it was actually influenced by two things. It was the mum of one of the young people that unfortunately got in a crazy scenario. It was one of my young people that I mentored directly who got attacked. And I was in a scenario where as I was the mentor, and I felt like, look, I need to advise him well, but because I was the mentor, I felt the rage and the anger of how could someone do this to my young person that I'm mentoring. So it's that thing where you can feel two things at once, even though I gave him the advice of, look, don't retaliate. And what I'm saying is, he had friends who weren't even on road, but they would retaliate because of how the guy was wronged. But that would have turned into a whole thing, you understand? So this one's called I Told Him, and yeah, I want you to listen to this one, so stay there. I told him violent words and violent speech can result in sentences. I told him think of your mama and your sister, your head's up now, but bro, just think. I told him remember your grandma's thing, and she prayed for you through the thick and the thin. I told him please don't listen to lies. I told him please don't give him this try, please get straight to the point. If they've got lives, there's no chance to give me the loss of my life. I don't know you, bro. You ask me a question, so I'm gonna tell you what's on my mind. Nothing just happened, so what other chances do you gonna ask me for some advice? In fact, you're asking me this question, tell me that you ain't into me. Open the door to a world of war when doorman forced to a brand new life.
I think there's an element of like, if I was to go to a therapist tomorrow, they would tell me, yeah man, you got to be content. But then when you look at people that you aspire to be like, none of them are content.
No.
But it's a very like, basically, you have to almost put yourself in a state where you never ever get to truly enjoy the work you've done.
And then what's the point?
But it's a strange one. It is a strange one. Because your whole life will change and you will get these massive perks to it, but then it's never what you think it'll be like.
Yeah.
But before I put ADHD, I knew ADHD, people are gonna come to my show. More people are gonna come to my shows because of ADHD. More people are gonna connect to me as a brand because of ADHD.
As a person, not even a band.
But it's not gonna stream well. And I accepted that. Like I knew before I put it out because I thought I wouldn't listen to that song again and again and again. Like I thought about it myself. If I heard that song for the first time, I'll probably listen to it 10 times, again. And then maybe in a couple of weeks' time, listen to it again and feel seen. But in terms of like musicality, and if I was driving, like the places where people typically listen to music and the masses of people, you're gonna listen to ADHD if you have it or you relate, you have a family member.
Yeah.
But Iniesta Flow, you got.
That's the
listen
thing.
Anyway,
if you're doing anything, you just put it on. But ADHD, but I even showed my mum it. I was like, Mum, like you, because we realised my mum's got it now as well. So she's more down to earth now. So I was like, listen to this tune. And she was like, fucking hell, it's real.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like when you relate, but if you don't relate to it, you're probably not gonna really listen to it.
Yeah, you might not understand it, or if you're not ready for it as well. Because some tunes hold a mirror to you, innit? Because it was very uncomfortable for me to write. It took me 6 months to write. And because
6 months to write?
6 months to write, because me writing it, I was like, it needs to be accurate, it needs to be exactly the truth. Do I want that line there? And I'll be like, okay, that line makes me feel like vulnerable, like people could almost take the piss. Okay, leave it in. And like leaning into that. There are bare lines there, but I'm like, oh damn, I can't believe I said. But there's an element of like, when people hear it, it's a mirror to them.
Yeah.
Because if they relate to it, they're forced to confront.
Yeah, bro.
That
emotional dysregulation.
So some people don't like it. Some people don't like it. It's just not ready.
Yeah,
they might in 2 years' time be like, they'll listen back and be like, you know what?
But then you think about all the youths now, bro, that are like 10 to 15, getting into music, thinking, where do I belong? And they hear that ADHD tune and they think, wow, that's me. I get that. No one understands me. And like, that's more important than, let's say you think any numbers, any success. Like, I feel like as an artist, if you can resonate with at least one person that it really hits, that's more important than anything, bro.
This is a song that I released, when is it? Like a month ago. It's called ADHD. We're talking backstage about songs and vulnerability and different things along those lines. And I spoke about ADHD, me and SK had a long conversation. And there's a thing for me where it's like, it was difficult putting this one out because sometimes it can feel threatening putting something out that showcases your weakness and showcases your humanity. it is not an easy thing to do. Anyone who claims it's an easy thing to do, I don't think you're truly being vulnerable. If you just find it easy, I don't think that's true vulnerability. You understand? So it's them ones where when you're really sharing about yourself, there's always that risk. There's that risk that someone online might reject you, someone in real life might reject you and be like, Bliss, I think you're cold, but you know that tune there, no, that was a bit too much for me, you know, I don't know. And you know what, I just thought to myself, the benefit of making people feel seen, releasing the truth about what I've experienced is more valuable to me than a couple little whatever that is. It's one of them ones. And I feel like it's been a long journey to get to the place where me writing a song this is even possible. So yeah, this one's called ADHD. It's actually produced by Vagrant Real Estate. So I hope this one resonates. So let's go to. Yeah. What did the teachers say those days? He's got potential, he's okay. We tried harder to be engaged, maybe he'll be at a different stage, yeah. Lucky I was kinda bright and I got good grades. I was suspended a number of times, I'm not gonna lie, I was badly behaved, yeah. Lived in Kilburn, I used to go Anson Primary School. Cricklewood times, I was moving cruel. I was little year 6, I was trying to act cool. Temple House where they found a tool. And something else got way out of hand with something sharp and a family member. My mum prayed, return to sender, dad said we're moving up and out. And he had no doubts. Moved to Hertfordshire, Welling Garden City to be specific. In school for the love for the lyrics in English, but the tension's prolific. Sitting in class, I would fidget, breaking the rules, I'm pushing the limits, yeah. I never knew about ADHD, that went against my parents' beliefs. Christian home Pentecostal speech, never really got to the root of the symptoms. We're barking up the wrong tree. A diagnosis gave me hope, still thanking God, yes I still believe. And what song though? I'm just. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Man said big vibes.
You know what? I don't know.
You know what? Obviously the man that I can't do let me a 5 because Samson's not here. But, Samson's not here, you know, I can't do that. Very good. What do you think I should do? What tune do you think I should do? What, last week? Alright, this is the last rhythm then. This is the last rhythm. Let's go into the last week. Alright, okay, cool. Quickly, let's do this. Let's end on the high note. Cool. And it's lively. Yes. Cool. I done a show in Bristol last week. At the end of the Bristol show, I wouldn't say last week, I was saying last week. I spattered some decent beats, like you can't believe that this must be creating a buzz like the bees, indeed. I do my flow so freaking the game, have high show speed, different beat. Not gonna be what I'm told, it goes from me to the bars I'm saying are super. Yes, you can say it's coming out to the guy free, told the LME, he couldn't try me. Hey, when he can, but he won't succeed. I mean, oh shit, I work with the YG, tell them that he can be what you wanna be. Some of them can't see my bars, but they feel my lines like real. I'm waving, I just set sail, and I'm the coldest man like hail. Look to the sky, asking questions.
But G, the direction you're going in, that's what I'm saying. You justify a lot of other people's existence now. Your thing is jumping over the fence. You see where man are gatekeeping, man are just jumping over the fence. Man like, oh, well, I'll just create my own lane then. Alright, cool. Now you guys, like you get me? Like, so it's one of them where a lot of artists are gonna look at you and say, I'm now justified in my existence.
I don't know, man. I think I will process this later, but what I can say with full confidence is that yeah, it's a lot of years that have come together to even make this possible. Because in Peckham Audio, that was 200 people.
That's what I'm saying.
And this is, we're in Nottingham, and this is 220 people.
Yeah.
And I think that's why when there's conversations about the scene and the health of the scene and where it is, sometimes I zone out of those convos because I'm like, there's a lot of things that we can do, and there's a lot of power that we have to make things happen and make things reality. So I think at the end of the day, if I can continue to serve people with the art and with the music, then so it be, let it keep going type thing. I'm not on some mad like righteous flex, that's more so I think that's what I'm here to do.
No, but
when they said one more song, I was confused. I was like, man just done ADHD, allow me like. You know why? Because these guys start like, when I was on ADHD, I'm feeling it, innit? But that's the part of where I feel like it's service as an artist. What I mean by that is like, I didn't want to perform last week at the end. I didn't. But in my head, I'm seeing 10 people in front of me who were like, we want you to do last week. And I'm like, I'm gonna do it because they're gonna leave feeling that entertainment. And that's sometimes that point where you're like, it's not for me. It's not like it's inconvenient sometimes in that sort of way.
Yeah.
But it is a line though. There is like a sort of like a line in terms of that. Yeah, man, it was proper. It was good.
It was lively.
Alright, Lord, I just thank you for today. I thank you for everyone that came to the event. I thank you for everyone that was moved by the bars, the lyrics, the entertainment, the songs. And I just thank you that we're all healthy, we're in good health now. And that people left feeling blessed, feeling inspired, and seeing what we delivered, the value that we delivered. In Jesus' name, amen. I just thank you.
Amen. Yeah, man.
Oh no, Birmingham last tour was not a good show. It went well, like the show went well, but I was sitting down for the whole show. I performed in Birmingham last year, so I did a UK tour last year. This is actually my second UK tour as an independent artist. And there's a thing where the first tour that I did last year, I must have thought I was Iniesta or Adriano or Rivaldo or Ronaldo or one of them. I thought I was Lamine Yamal. I must have been playing football in a cage in Hackney. And the YGs, they were fast, innit? And I thought, I'm fast, innit? So I was sprinting, man. I scored goals, bangers. Everyone say bangers. No, say bangers like I mean it. You understand? Bangers, top corner, you know what I mean? Left foot, right foot, and then my left foot went. You understand? And then literally in my tendon in my leg, I got injured. In my tendon in my right leg and left leg, both together. And it was a chronic injury. It meant I was out for 6 months. And by the time I was doing the UK tour last year, I actually couldn't walk into the venue. I had a wheelchair for the UK tour, and I couldn't walk in it. And for me, when I was making music around that time, it was really capturing the difficulty, because I'm someone who I'm quite an active person, jumping around, doing them type of things. And there was a point where I could have cancelled the tour, but then I would have had to accept that even my summer and different things that I'll be doing, like festival season, all them things, would also be cancelled as a result. So it was a serious thing. And I had to sit down and think, what do I want to do? And I was like, someone else can have the cards I have right now and win. Someone else could be in a situation that I was in there where I wasn't walking, and they might not cancel the tour. They might do it anyway regardless. This song that I'm going to perform now was what I wrote to give myself the resilience, the courage, the ability to rise and win, you understand? So we're going to go into this one, and I think I've just spoke about cards I was dealt, but it's them ones where, let's go into cards I was dealt then. And then we'll do rise and win on the back end. So it goes like this. You can only take someone as far as you've gone yourself. You can only take someone as far as you've gone yourself. So the most selfless thing you could do is get the most wins under your belt. And the reason why I was saying that was like, we want to help each other, but it's like you've got to put your oxygen mask on first before you help someone else, you understand? And at the same time, for me in music and different things, if you want to win, if you want to be able to win, you could only take someone else. You want to help someone else, really, really and truly, you could only take someone as far as you have actually gone yourself. You could only take someone as far as you've gone yourself. So the most selfless thing you could do is get the most wins under your belt. When life hands you a test, better ace it. So when I'm looking at the cards I was dealt, someone else can win with these cards. So why should I not win myself? Responsibility looks like accepting where you've gone wrong, where you're weak and where you are strong. Can you stand in the flame and then not flinch once? Because this game is a treacherous one. Thick skin is a basic requirement. Without that trait, you're not on stage one, let alone trying to aim for the sun. It's a bit of a redemption arc now. I'm here, I'm performing. You understand? I'm performing, I'm running, I'm able to perform fully now. It's just gonna feel like a sort of like a full circle sort of moment. It's felt like that so far for the tour. Like Bristol yesterday.
I'm on a show in Bristol last week. By the end of the Bristol show, I'm gonna say last week, I'm gonna say last week. I spent some piece of beats, man, they can't believe this, this must be. Creating a buzz like I'm a indeed. I'm not no show picking again, like I shows me. Different things, not gonna be, but that's called the ultimate. These are the bars I'm saying are super. Let's do things, some of that good and really go in and everything you're gonna try and be high. When you can't put your 16, I'm in Old Street. Now we're gonna buy keys, help them that to be what they wanna be.
To move around and actually perform the songs. For sure. Yeah, man, it felt cold. So we are back in business. We've got the magnesium. Huel don't pay me enough to have this in camera, so you know what? Whoop. And then in post you can remove all Huel. Nah, big up Huel. Well, no, I can't talk about that because obviously I'm an ambassador for Canva, so I'm sorry. Mayday, if you're watching this, which you are watching this, what you did wasn't cool, right? I don't like what you did. No, I'm joking. Nah, I'm not an ambassador for Canva. Like, it's neither here or there. Big up Mayday. Mayday, not only is he coming down to Shell, he's created the Awful Lot of Birmingham Cypher. He created it himself. He
selected the MCs because I trusted him because he knows, he's tapped in and he's a leader here, you know what I mean? And there's ones where I feel like he is serving the grime scene here. He's really creating opportunities, building community, creating networks, bringing people together. He's resourceful and he's entrepreneurial. And I think if there was a whole scene of Maydays, scenes will be healthier generally speaking, because he has a lot of gusto, get up and go, takes responsibility, and is able to organize and facilitate things. You understand? So that's why I like Mayday, and that's why I'm looking forward to the Awful Lot of Birmingham set, because these are MCs that I don't even know, some of the MCs that he's put on the bill. So I'm gonna see them for the first time, and he's giving them a platform to perform at my show, and I think that's cold.
I was high off my face on shrooms, thinking I'm doomed until I went and blew. Told her I'll be back soon, then I just flew straight to the block I'll move. Take off time was due, it's me or you. Nowadays I pick me, nowadays it's fresh shoes, don't like tea. No more music like HFV, and if she was dating me, then blatantly, she don't like you. Surf and Thursday, baby food, I need space, I'm in a shaky mood. Till I should grab the mic more respect. I hear it, I'm just practicing reps. But you know when you go to the gym, you can't go for the heaviest weight yet.
True does no act, I scrap that. Contest me like a lab rat. Madman slap man, stick your shit car. Tricks ain't going nowhere, drop the anchor. Attention, don't ask questions. God, don't worry, won't be my answer. Don't watch faces, real no banter. Hope to be sitting on bags like Santa, watch out. Man can't call me out. One box on make your jaw go shatter. Got some beats MCs that I knock out. Got some beats MCs that I scatter. Like some bear, I suggest you look out. This some bit fell tune I scatter. When I don't follow my instinct, that's them shit stinks.
Those three letters of ALB, or Awful Lot of Birmingham, is now what is the next great grime movement, I would say. Both within the city and then on a national level as well. Just because it's not a crew, it's not a collective, it's not no one owes each other anything. It's just good people making good grime music, doing sets together, releasing songs, as you saw in the footage earlier, doing shows, and just making it cool again, and just actually releasing music. Like, grime is great, and there's many great grime artists who are sick on setting that, but if I say, yo, give me 5 tunes, you can't really do it in it, so. And everyone's cool, and we all collaborate as well. Like, I've got songs with, there's like 22-ish new grime MCs in this Birmingham thing. I got songs with most of them. Awful Lot of Birmingham, the mixtape is 17 tracks with 26 different Birmingham producers and DJs and engineers and MCs that you've never heard of as well. Most likely, they're all brand new, so, and that's what it is. And I think just being a glue guy, bringing stuff together, it just kind of happened naturally.
What's that thing that Chief Keef got? I think they gave him the keys to the city. It means basically like an honourable sort of like...
Yeah, honorary citizen sort of thing.
So they gave it to Chief Keef, which is interesting.
You saying Mayday should have the keys to bro?
I think he can. I think they should give him keys to the city, yeah.
Nice all day, locked in how can the phone with the back come against me like then a thunder will clap. I stay protected 100%. Yeah, blood on my head like under my hat. Yeah, blood man, keep it 100. Yeah, blood man, and I feel incredible, exceptional. The rest like yeah, hey, it's Greaser. I don't know why it's I felt it coming from time.
My personal favourites, I'd say, if it gets Dot Rotten, Ice Kid. When he spits, you just feel it. I could just feel everything he was doing. It's all intentional, all the timing. I'm very big on timing. I produce as well, so it's like my timing.
I'm Charizard and my heart's got a darker tan.
You know what I'm trying to say? Everything.
Yeah.
And for his age as well. And what I clocked as well with the whole Dot and Ice, that kind of era that had that Hood Stars thing, they had this kind of hip hop style to their grime, and that's kind of what me and my man were like. So it's like I can feel the essence they had, like man have. So it's kind of like I just resonate with it. My list could be like D-Double, Wiley, Skepta, but it's not that. Like my things like Conan and them, like man them that are really like flipping ridiculously intelligent behind their thing.
Yeah, just being like internal rhyme schemes. But you know what it is? That ones where like that sort of, I see it like, although I'm that sort of, I care a lot about, you know, the storytelling, the syllab structure, and all that sort of stuff, and the clarity, you know, that. I think that if I'm going to a grime rave, I want to see D-Double.
Of course.
So it's them ones where it's like, I know what I want to see at grime rave. I don't want to hear me at grime rave. Done. I don't want to hear me at grime rave. If I was going to grime rave, I don't want to hear Names Bliss. I want to see Names Bliss on his tour. I don't want to see Names Bliss at grime rave. I want to see D-Double at grime rave. I want to see Chip at grime rave, because then you have those rarities, not even rarities, but those enigmas where they've got both. Because someone like Chip, he's a lyricist, but you want to see him at grime rave. And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that he came up at a time when you had to be strapped with bare wheel-up bars. So that was the criteria. He had to do both. Chip had to be sick at everything. You have to be sick at songs, then you got to be sick at barring, you got to be sick at wheel-up bars. That's very, very rare. But I think you just got to be honest about things. That I would rather see MCs at Grime raves, and then I want to hear song and lyricist artists. I want to see them on tour. I want to see them do their headline shows.
Yeah. I remember watching them and thinking, damn, like, I would analyse the even Top Rotten, him and JME, and I would analyse the different styles, and I would be like, you know, when and then man to the copper, and even that, no, the one that was talking sheep. That's why you never bought the heat. I brought bars that I bought for beats. I got food to export on streets to support the things and get lost. What I taught police, can't get the ends on camera. If I said get him, I want you to get out the leg. That's what they said. I got head got bammer. I'm serious. Shut up! Hey, shut up now, you. The fact that you let me stand up. The fact that you know that. Do you know what?
You know what?
That's culture, because to know. You go Jimmy. You can take that. Nah, that's yeah.
You can't be a certain level and not know certain things. I can't lie.
I think that it is. I get what people are saying, like, the fact that you can do your own shows as you is sick, but I don't know if that's. If you're a grime purist, I don't know if you see that as something to aspire for. I think if you're a grime purist, you would think, has he got a wheel up bar? Has he got a legendary clash? Or has he what can he do to the rave? Can he turn down, can he flip up the rave? Has he got wheel up bars? I think that's more the criteria for being like a grime legend.
There are a lot of goals to achieve, but there's limited time, so all we know is grinding. I'm finding you still gotta pull strings in difficult times. Other guys wanna try and play the violin, get it out of mud is the definition of striving. I'm still fighting spiritual wars, my bro. I'm not a war with souls, the Lord is in control. We will never bend or fold. Been out for time, yet I'm breaking the mold. Pioneer with wisdom. You know when you have a mission, you know when you have a vision, you make the people listen. Playtime's over, so there's no time for games. It's been over for years and years. How many 180s have I done? That's a constant tussle of facing fears. Been here, man, I've been here. Things appear shake this week, now I'm shedding down bright in beer. Food comes after this beer. More time outside, about mine, bright lights, outline, outside. Lively. Okay. Oh yeah, wait. I didn't even shout out Vagrant. Aye, that was a moment, wasn't it? Okay, Vagrant produced that last one. I make some noise for Vagrant Real Estate. What? Cold. He's humble though, isn't he? He's just there DJing, spinning the decks, but people don't realise what this guy has done.
Good, yeah? Come on. Yeah.
I seen you outside. You outside just then?
No. That
Oh,
was me.
okay.
That was lookalike.
Yeah, it's in the hat.
Lively.
It's in the hat.
Oh, you saw a lively
Yeah,
hat?
I saw. I don't know what it said. It's probably a lively hat. Though.
Yeah, it's probably a lively
Yeah,
hat. It's a couple of them downstairs. Yeah, man, we're here right now.
The first Birmingham MC I heard was C4. I must have been about 10 or 11 now. I was listening to C4 when he released Off Track on Channel U. So sometimes I'm off track. Sometimes I'm off track. That rhythm there, cold.
I was listening to C4 when I was in year 6. It's just some of the first grime I heard. Like I'm talking C4. This is C4.
Year 6?
I was year 6. No, but he was like a Lamin. No, he was like Lamin Yamal. No, he was Lamin Yamal. He was on Channel U when he was too young to be on Channel U. He was a prodigy. Cold. Like when I heard Off Track, I was year 6, year 7. I remember hearing Off Track. I said, "What's this? Why is it kind of?" They were swinging on the flow. Sometimes I arch up, join that again in the corner. So Off Track. And I'm hearing this live today.
And it's so mad that now I can get C4 as a special guest for my sold out show in Birmingham. That's mad. That's full circle.
But I process things after the fact, didn't it? So even this now, I'm gonna process this later. Because when I was year 7, year 8, I was making music, I was writing bars. But if you had told me, I'll be able to have special guests at my show that I'm watching on Channel U, I wouldn't believe it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
They're the crazy.
I wouldn't believe it.
I've experienced that.
No, seriously, I wouldn't believe it. I would be like, what? Like, this is what can be done. It's crazy.
Let me chat about Birmingham and grime and even me in terms of my history, in terms of understanding and knowing. So I must have been in like year 6 or year 7. And I was on Channel U. Who remembers? I make some noise. You remember Channel U? Nah, that's not loud enough. Well, no. My fans are too young. Help me out. We need to. Too much Gen Z. What's going on? And I make mature music. I'm trying to work it out. But let me not get off track here. Let me stay on track. Yeah, that's a Percy. You know, that's if you know type thing, innit? You know. But okay, cool. So let me just tell this story. So I must have been about year 6, year 7.
and there was a thing where that's cold still. It must have been a thing where I was watching Channel U, and that was the place, that was the hub of UK music in general. That was like the genesis, that during grime and the early stage of grime, late garage, UK rap, everything was on Channel U. And if you got on Channel U, if you had the privilege of being on Channel U, you were famous. You were famous. We all knew who you were if you were on Channel U. N-dubs and that, you know what I mean? Old school, Dappy Clash. What? Yeah, you're cultured. Murder and you... Nah, yeah. Cultured is the PC term that we use on stage. But here's a thing where there must have been this rhythm that I heard. Sometimes I'm off track. I'm like, what is this? I was like, what is this? This is cold. You understand? And I heard that rhythm, and that was like the way it worked on TV is your rhythm would come on when your rhythm would come on. You couldn't choose. It wasn't like YouTube where you could just choose. You had to wait. You understand? And there's them ones where come back from school and I will hear that rhythm like, this rhythm is cold. This rhythm is cold. And years later, you know, I started doing music or whatever, doing my thing. And I've had like the honor and the privilege to actually connect with the person that made that rhythm. And he's from Birmingham, you understand? So yeah, it's them ones where for me, it's like, it feels mad being able to put on a show in Birmingham as part of my tour, sell it out, and then actually book someone as a special guest who I grew up watching. You know how mad that feels? Do you know what I mean? So I want you to make some noise for C4 is gonna come on stage right now. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, you know what I mean? The speech was all right, innit?
Hey Birmingham, let's do it. Yo. I big up everyone inside Star. Let's make history. Big up namesbliss. Yo. Who knows this one?
Predator.
Show. I'm on perfect, though. Sometimes I'm... Who knows that? Listen. When I say C, you say 4. C. Let's run this properly. Watch the ride now, show, not preserving words. Spit my verses in perfect terms. Fix the words in verses slow to earn the dough, then return to work. My sound effects, but don't think it's 30 flirts. I don't think it's a worthy spurt. I don't care if you're on the edge of the board in your court, cause I'll spit a curvy first. Lay your heads down like a thirsty bird. Tend to chest beats, some I learn my worth. No, I'm working verses, some I don't lurk in dirt. I practice right start, slang your white start. Grasping high for roll because the beef can get sticky like jasmine rice. I pass your height, joining to win, even points to the pit. Show, I'm on perfect though, sometimes I'm... But then again,
yeah, we all have different experiences. I think what I've navigated is the tension between being faith-based my whole career, my whole teenagehood, from being a teenager, having people doing everything around me and still being myself in the midst of it, which I'm happy for now, because it's like you build habits up. I was 14 when I first became a Christian, so.
But like, you know, like in your circles, yeah?
Yeah.
Or in fact, forget your circles. In fact, no, I can't even say that because I was going to say circle music. No, I was going to say music though.
Yeah.
Like in terms of music circles. But I guess you've got your own niche and you've got man around you that are on a similar thing anyway.
Similar things to a degree. Similar things to a degree. It's not too mad. Yeah, they're not.
And you don't mix too much.
No,
we had a conversation when I was in Toronto.
Yeah. I don't. I think for me, there's an element of like, it's not really possible. Like if you're not in agreement, generally speaking, if you don't have the same, like for example, like. I saw this at uni. I learned at uni, like the things that I was on, or the things that I used to be on before I became serious about my faith. I was quite militant about cutting it out. Like I don't know, like getting like obviously I still drink now, for example. I still drink, but I don't drink to get waved off. I don't get waved off, like you know when people paralytic. Because I feel like I could make we can make dumb decisions that can affect your life forever. And when I was at uni, I saw that live where people would get waved and then bottle man and then there's a mad thing and I'm like, you know, if you weren't waved, you wouldn't have done that. So okay, now you've done that. So I believe I'm very serious about them things. Like even like I don't know, like, but I think it's also culture as well, because like I grew up thinking I never felt bad about, I don't know, getting in a fight. Never felt bad. That felt quite like when you're younger, it feels like it's good, it's adrenaline, it's all that sort of stuff. But then like my family instilled values into me, like you don't do them to. So like I don't know, I never shot before or anything like that, because in my head it was like if you get in a fight, it's honor. But like I had enough food in there. I had the meals and the roof on my head, so there was no sort of like I didn't mind going into school with rubbish preps. I'm gonna shop because I wanna. That wasn't ever in my head. So them ones were like I didn't do that, even though the pressure was there. So I was like I could do this, but the voice in my head was like no. that's not what you do. Whereas fighting was fine. But I think when I became a Christian, I was like, okay, you can't be moving like a hothead all the time anymore. So that was like one of the first things to like, kind of navigate, because it don't.
You grew up in church?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Before I was Christian, I was in church.
Okay. You know.
Yes, man. Come on. Good to meet you, man. Never met you, man. This is it. First time.
Yeah.
I'm
good, man. Busy out there, you know.
Yeah, it's good. All right. Okay.
Cold.
Cold.
Good, yeah.
This you not understand, bro. This is crazy for me.
I know.
I'm gonna sit down and explain it. I'm gonna sit down and explain it.
So what we're gonna do now? So again, as I was saying before, I feel like for me it's a thing where doing music and growing up on the grime legends that I grew up on and artists that I grew up on, I've always liked artists that have a different approach. So they might be in a scene, they might be in the grime scene, the rap scene, whatever scene they're in. But what I've always liked is when people take a sound and then take it a bit left and add like a different edge to it, you understand? Whether it be something melodic or vocal or a different flow or a different angle. And the person, literally, like the person I want to invite to stage now is someone that has done that for years. Birmingham, a legend. You need to understand is mad. Facts. You need to understand that for me is a thing where if you told me that I would have the ability to do this back in the day, I wouldn't even know. You understand? It's a serious, this is someone that I saw on YouTube and saw the levels and thought, you know what? I like that. I like the lane of, you know, being unique with it and actually crafting your style in a unique way. So as a real artist, I want you to make some noise for Daps on the Map. Serious things.
You know, yo, money going up like escalators. You know, F the haters. Almost they don't need respirators. They know that the lads move extra dangerous. Got backbone like chasing status. Already famous, not chasing status. Had to dig deep like excavators. You know, I'm an artist that gets paid to pay like decorators. Show man the way like indicators. Man ain't in a no instigators. Man ain't in a no perpetrators. Exterminating manifesting things sooner. How can it smell that be a loser? That's one nightmare like Freddy Krueger. Artist and executive producer. One way road till I get up my new. Now I'm locked in like a rooster. Play my new food. Oh my gosh.
Ooh, here we go. Alright, sit down, let's talk. You know, we're having a conversation.
Basically, God is forefront in my life, broski, but at the same time, like, the way I look at religion, bro, nowadays, is like, some people know me as Daniel in it, some people know me as Daps on the Map, some people know me as Daddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, fam? But I'm all of them. And now, the people who know me as Daddy are going to kill all the people who know me as Daps on the Map. And the people who know me as Daps on the Map are going to kill all the people who know me as Daniel. Because Daps on the Map's the right person, no, Daniel's the right person, no, Daddy's the right person. Fam, I'm all of them.
At the same time?
At the same time. And I've been Daniel at a certain point in my life. You can talk about that. Haven't I been Daps on the Map for a certain part of my life? We can talk about haven't I been Daddy for a certain part of my life? At the same time. And now we're all killing each other, fam, because now I prefer Daniel, and now Daniel's was preaching the right shit, or Daps was preaching the right shit, or Daddy was preaching the right shit, and you don't know me as Daddy, so you can't be right, and you don't know me as Daniel, and you don't know me as Daps, bro. That's what it is. And because of that, to say, yo, I'm just locked down to Christianity, which I grew up on all my life as a youth growing up.
I knew that was your foundation.
It is. But to say that's just the only one, and that's just the only true one. How can I say that when I think like this now? Like, there's truths in all corners of the world, from like Sono Sikh. I've never met a bad Sikh in my life, ever, from primary school, secondary school, ever. Never met one. So,
my best friend
is everything that they believed in wrong.
You've been in there for 2 minutes, and this is the conversation already. This is crazy.
That's
cold. How's this happened then?
But that's how I think, fam. That's how I think, fam. Do I believe in the Lord? Yes. Do I believe in Jesus? Yes. But do I believe that Christianity is the only religion because what? I grew up on that from a youth, man. I can't say that anymore, bro. If you asked me that when I was 20, 19, I'd have been like, yo, yeah, I'm a Christian, and like, that's all I believe in. But famo, I've seen so much life. I've met so many people, good people, bomber holes. I've met the works, bro.
You met bomber holes in church.
For me to bomber holes in church. I know, outside the church. You know what I mean, broski? And
I've met more corrupt people in church than outside the church, to be fair.
I can't just.
And that's been reckoning with in recent times. It's like been reckoning with in recent times. Yeah.
some of my JK, I'm very, very close to JK fam. Some of his brothers are devoted Muslims. Yeah, like devoted, proper, on their deen. Yeah, I've spoke to some of them, chopped it up with them, bro. Famo, that's a beautiful religion. Do you know what I mean, fam? Like, it's a beautiful religion, bro. Like, fam, I just believe what I said about like the three names. And we're just killing each other, broski. But and I'm like, yo, why are you killing it? What, bro? I am all of them. I am in it, as they say, I am.
Yeah, but they can't accept that. It's hard for someone's brain to accept that sort of information. That's what I find. Like, people want you to be. People are only comfortable with you staying the person that they've learnt you to be. I saw that with myself. I've seen it. Like, even like really small examples. Like, I remember when I started making more jazzy sort of storytelling type of music. I know certain people were like, I don't know, man, I bliss, man, no, man, like, we want the Shelly stuff from you, we want you to only sound like this. And that's a small example, because that's in the realm of music, that's not even life. But the brain couldn't fathom that this was the thing that I really want to do. Do you understand? So I think people just don't like change. And people like simplicity, so it's like, you're this. You're this person, you're not that person.
Okay, so yeah, quick story about this one. I must have been on TikTok. Yeah, we have to be on that app, innit? But yeah, I was on TikTok. Yeah, all the artists know what I mean when I say this. Any artists of the room, we don't like TikTok, but it's a means to an end. You know, things like Instagram, TikTok, all that. Without it, events like this might not be the way they are. So you know what? You got to see the pros and cons of everything. But I'm rambling right now. What I was gonna say, cool. This next one, I was on TikTok, and there was this person rapping on TikTok, and they had about two videos on TikTok, new TikTok, and I saw it, and I liked the video. I liked it. I said, you know what? They're trying their best. They're rapping, doing a skippity flow. They were doing this sort of flow, and I thought, you know what? They're trying. And then someone in the comments said, this guy reminds me of namesbliss. And I said, do I take my like back? No, they can't suffer because of what someone else said. So I kept my like there. But in my head, I just said, you call that Swagger and Steez? Yeah, you got it, but not like me. And then a producer called Screw sent me a rhythm, and the rhythm was cold. And I said, you know what? Let me have fun on this one. So this one's called A Regime. Let's get into this one. Lively. Yes. Cool. When I say live, you say leave. Live. Cool, we're ready. Yeah, come on. Cool. You call that Swagger and Steez, yeah, you got it, but not like me, yeah. Different kind of tees, I rock that when I'm on a mission with the G's. And I've got a photo shoot in the East, where I'm doing up Ivan Tony, ain't got a look, man, these shots are clean. This life is a boxing match, yeah, we adapt to the jabs and speed. And this music thing is a ring, so I've got to make hits, then I bob, and I weave, yeah. Righteous man indeed, we are dodging the enemy schemes. Got to the game like a training camp, wanna stay up the ranks, you need a regime. Lively.
When people were saying, oh, you should have got the Grime over, I felt a lot of things. Part of me, initially, I was like, yeah, man, yeah, maybe I should have got it. Because like, I was like buying into the commentary in a way. I'm thinking, yeah, man, I've done this, I have done this, and I have done that, and I have done this, and I have done that. But over time, when I stepped back, I was like, but is that even grime though? Like, me selling out dates and doing venues is sick. But is that the criteria for being a Shelly Grime MC? No, it's not. Like, it's not about the show. It's not about the album. It's about, are you the Don on set, on stage? A lot of my fans at shows are hip hop fans. So they are hip hop fans. But because like the bounce, the cadence, and some of the flows are MC adjacent or like grime-esque, grime man resonate with what I do.
Because Bliss has just taken grime and made this entire lane, and it's whether it's the drum patterns or the softer sounds or whatever, people have just done that, and that's cool. But like before, Bliss, similar to every other grime MC, kind of came up swinging on sets. And he mentions it in some of his songs, but like, I was there, bro. And he was part of the other side with, Logan and Joso and whatever. So he's come from that, taken this new sound of like jazzy stuff and whatever, and then just kind of became the guy for that. And then you see it now on TikTok and whatever with edits, but like Bliss has became, I don't want to say the godfather, but like the founder of this niche lane, and then bare people have come up under him because not only did Bliss find it, but Bliss made it cool to rap like grime, but in this way, and not just storytell, because grime has loads of storytelling in it, but the way Bliss does it, and whether it's from his personal experience or the story itself, he does that in a way where It's not like a mellow edit for the sake of edit. He makes the song coherently like that. But because he's from the school of grime or whatever you want to call it, his tunes are inherently grime music.
And now I'm on the Met line writing impeccable stories. My wife says that I seize my moments and I won't pass me if it's for me. I grew up on Skippy and Wiley. I would write rhymes when the weather was stormy. I got boldness in my spirit. You gotta have guts if you wanna see glory. Aye. So stop saying that UK raps in the guitar. That shouldn't be the words you utter. Me plus the man, them doing it proper. Fire in the brief, it's truth, it's proof we do. Let it burn, no usher. This flow is key to success and it's more than the locker. Showstopper. See me, I set the scene, do where MC or speakers meant to be. They stream on repeats essentially. I see what people need. Aye. Selector. You know the ones. You know what would they call that genre? Shelly talking. I'm talking to you, but Shelly at the same time. How do we deal with it? Shelly plus talking equals lively. Let's get into this one again.
I said it in my lyric, I said, UK tour, man, I'm building a scene. I done Bristol and Manny, but I should have done Leeds. So then this year, I done Leeds and I've done Nottingham. I added Leeds and Nottingham to my tour, right? So, and I've got another lyric where Samson, what do I say? Samson calls me, what do you say? I told Samson, bail me. He told me, celebrate your achievements. Let me complete this Europe tour and be doing up France and Spain like Griezmann. Then I might call it a decent season. Then I might call it a decent saga. But what I was saying on it is like, what I'm doing now, yes, I like what I'm doing. I enjoy what I'm doing. I think it's growing and different things. Like the venues this year are bigger than the venues last year. Like we did 400 last year, we're doing 800 in London. You can do the math. But Europe, yes. I want to do Europe. I want to do major festivals in Europe. And I'm gonna do major festivals. No, I want to do major festivals in Europe, as well as major shows and venues in Europe as part of my tour. So I want to do Europe tour. I want to do a UK/Europe tour, 100%.
This one's called Iniesta Flow. Well, the same old ways, don't know about picking our places. Hungry, trying to find where steak is, bro, trying to make it. I'm trying to knock down doors, no bailiff. I'm in Iniesta in 08, trying to find out where the space is. This beautiful game is amazing. There's a lot though, and I'm changing. I'm trying to show them through demonstration. I was near Black Horse Road in the cold, trying to figure out where man's heading. Best device was stick connected. But control this game like reffing. Chat to the bros like no more stressing. And the Lord's gonna show you blessing. The food in the door, yeah. Rice and peas with a jerk taste too impressive. I know about resting. I'm stone cold, I was stun these youths, yeah. I'm in the booth and I come with troops. I'm in Birms, I'm doing up tunes. Hey, look at what screws can do. Yeah, the beat's too mental, flow's not gentle. I'm on GRM daily, doing up rental. When they chat about growth for credentials, them man are scared of innovation. So I must be the ones that run the events. But when they get neck, that's why I turn heads. City informers found it all. Aye, fed up now, that's all dead. I was in Banaby eating a chocolate spread. Making hits and sending out shows to the best of both. Let me earn that red eye, flow in the rhythm, yes, man, no. Leave the beat froze, I'm straight, I'm cold. I can't see the time when them man blow. No, all these have worked, doing 10-man shows. But be to collab with them, man. So far, I never done like I went down. Fancy the hotter than you wanna send fam. Double Dutch, I jump over in their plan.
There'll also be an album with the tour. Because this year I toured. Just toured. Like there isn't like an album that I toured, but I toured as me. Mm-hmm. And it's been what it's been, and that's sick. I think that's cold, and it's a testament to the energy of the supporters and the energy of what they're like, that I can tour without having like a project on the like back of it, on the front of it, which it feels sick. But I actually want to tour with a project, so I gotta get more organized. There will be even more experimentation, because I think at the moment now it is quite experimental anyway, but I think it's going to be more experimental. But the foundation of it, in terms of the jazz elements and the melodic elements, and then the conversational rapping, like rapping, you know, as if I'm talking to you, because I am talking to you, that's not going to change, because that's me, and that's always been me, to be fair. I was in spoken word back in the day when I was rapping, and I was storytelling, and I was MCing, so I've always been doing that. So them ones where that's not going to change. I'm not going to I might have more sung hooks. I used to sing in my hooks. I used to sing in my hooks before, so that might make a return. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to deviate too much from the signature sound. No.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. On the level, thank you so much for coming out tonight. It's a cold night. Thank you, every single one of you, for being here. It's been sick for me to come back to Birmingham to actually do the show this time. You know, I thank God that I'm actually, you know, I'm better now, because the last year, you know, was a bit of a different scenario. So I'm so thankful that I've come here for the second time and the room is rammed like this. I'm just thinking,
wow, do you know what I mean? So thank you to each and every one of you for listening to my music, for allowing me to perform in the way I perform, because I know there's a lot of peaks and troughs in it. We go from energy to storytelling and different things, but the fact that you guys are really engaged and taking the music in it, it means the world to me. So yeah, big up yourselves, seriously, on the level. Alright, okay. Everyone get home safe. When I say live, you say Lee. Live, live. Thank you very much.